Yo, yo, yo! I heard you were wanting to know about chelicerates. This is Arthropods Part 3. Yes, hopefully this is the last one for my sanity, but who knows. So let's go over chelicerates. So, most have two body sections, the cephalothorax and the abdomen. They have 6 pairs of jointed appendages, including the chelicerae, which are the first pair of appendages modified into mouth parts adapted to function as fangs or pinchers and often connected to poison glands. The pedipalps are the second pair of appendages used for sensing and holding prey. In males, they're used for reproduction. And they have 4 legs, or the remaining 4 are used for a different purpose. So just remember, chelicerae, pedipalps, remaining 4 legs. No one cares about them. I'm kidding. The chelicerates probably do, because they probably use them. So yeah, they have the cephalothorax, which is a diffused head and thorax, and the abdomen. So you remember the chelicerae, their little mouth parts, their their fangs or pinchers, and all they connect to poison glands. Remember. So remember, stab, chelicerates from my last video if you watched it. Anyway, spiders. Spiders are carnivores. Spinnerets are structures with glands that secrete fluid protein to make silk. And the ticks mites are parasites that feed on blood of hosts. Scorpions, on the other hand, feed on insects, spiders, and other small invertebrates that they capture with the pedipalps and tear them apart with the chelicerae. Ah, so scary. What are the pedipalps? They're little doodads. Honestly, I don't remember exactly. I know what they are. Let me just see real quick. I don't know why I'm forgetting. They're oh my god. They're each in second pair of appendages attached to the second cephalothorax of most arachnids. They're variously specialized as pinchers, scorpions, sensory organs, spiders, and locomotory organs in horseshoe crabs. Horseshoe crabs. If you have my teacher, which there's gonna be like one person on here that actually does, because if you're watching this in like a year from now, it's gonna be a different teacher because he's like a sub or something. He's obsessed with horseshoe crabs. I can see why from like a technical point, but like they're boring, you know? They're not as cool as other stuff. Like the coconut crab, which is a giant cool crab. Or the giant Tasmanian freshwater giant what's it called? Crayfish, something. It's cool. Look it up. It's the biggest one. I could go on about it, but you know, whatever. Anyway. Next is sea spiders. Sea spiders are creepy and most people don't like them, and I like freaking people out with them. Like pictures. My friend was making a joke that crabs were like the spiders of the sea, or sea spiders. Oh, they like sea spiders. And I'm like, ooh, I thought they were talking about like sea spiders, actual ones. And I was like, yeah, those are crazy. I pulled up pictures. And they're like, wait, there's actually sea spiders? Yes, there are. They have 4 plus pairs of walking legs. Males have an extra appendages for carrying developing eggs, which is pretty different than you would actually normally see, because typically it's the females that carry the eggs, to the best of my knowledge. Males sea spiders are actually very tiny, or much smaller than the females. The females are huge and terrifying and scary. Well, I think they're pretty cool, but other people think they're scary, typically. And a function of the chelicerae. What's a function of the chelicerae? I gotta look this up. I'm so bad at the appendages, but I'm trying to get better through these videos. So, the chelicerae, they often have claws or fangs, and they use to capture prey and transport a spermatophore. God. Produce sounds, cut strands of silk, and actually produce the silk. So, those are the functions. They're basically like the little doodads. In scorpions, they are for piercing, grasping, or chewing up food. So it's basically like the same thing as all the other appendages. Like, what the heck? Come on. So anyway, now the horseshoe crab on the slide that my teacher, obsessed with the horseshoe crab, created. And so it's known as I'm just gonna skip this part because it's all just like opinions. It's the most awesome animal ever. What would we do without it? A flawless organism if I ever saw one. You know, that kind of thing. Someone that someone obsessed would say. No offense if you're listening to this. What's next? How much time do I have left? Okay, I have like half 5 minutes left. Hold on. Yeah, I have exactly 5 minutes left. Crazy. Horseshoe crabs are not true crabs, which a little sus. Come on. They're an ancient group of marine animals related to arachnids that have remained unchanged since the Triassic period 200 million years ago. Wow. And it's because they're actually such a feat of evolution. They don't even need to evolve because they're so perfect. Like, genuinely. Like, that's coming from someone who's not really that obsessed with them. They're just, I guess you could say, engineered very, very well. They live in shallow waters with soft bottom, like sand or mud. You've probably seen them if you've gone to the beach. Which, who hasn't gone to the beach? I guess you live in the Midwest. I don't. But I don't think that's really saying too much about my location. So they have unsegmented, heavy exoskeletons. And they're scavengers, which means they eat detritus. So more about them. Males are smaller than females, which is typical in most animals, actually. Chelicerae, pedipalps, and the next 2 pairs of legs are used for walking and getting food. Males have adapted pedipalps to hold on to females. Posterior appendages are modified with leaf-like plates at their tips for digging and swimming, and the telson is meant to right themselves. Their telson is a lot longer than ones you'd see in other arthropods, so keep that in mind. It's like the long stick that's coming out of the end of it. Looks a little bit... no, it doesn't look like something else, but I was just making a little joke there, I guess you could say. They also have they have economic importance because they have blue blood, which tests vaccines and drugs for presence of toxins. This is one of the only things that can actually do that, and it's a very controversial practice, actually. The removal of blood, or deblooding, I guess you could say, of these horseshoe crabs. So, like the horseshoe crabs, like they're really important for that kind of thing, because it's one of the only indicators, And commercial whelk and American eel pot fishermen use horseshoe crabs as one of their primary baits, so like they're super important. They're also important to migratory shorebirds, which feed on their eggs for food. So yeah, sounds a little bit bad, but like sounds like they're getting tortured. But they are very important for many reasons. And if you're taking the same test as I am, you're gonna need to know the horseshoe crab diagram. I'd recommend looking one up along with all the other diagrams I described.